Greetings, this is your host, Mysterious Mystery. And I just watched the Steven Universe special, Change Your Mind, last night. I had a couple thoughts. I almost recorded a video immediately afterwards, but I decided to sleep on it. So I pretty much broke up my thought process into 7 points. And let me just get this out of the way real quick. Although I did like a few parts of the special, I didn't like it overall. Let me start with point number one, the diamonds. Okay, so we pretty much learn, well, blue and yellow aren't really happy in the Empire, and whites does not take correction at all. And they have this argument, well, not argument. At first they try talking to her, she's not having any of it. She, I guess, drains the color out of them, or I'm not 100% sure what she did. And after that, she had a talk with Steven, which is Pink Diamond, and she revealed a bunch of stuff that's probably true. How she kind of encouraged the weaknesses in the crystal gems. I mean, like, I know, like, after a certain point, you're only you have to be yourself and all that. But she is kind of encouraging their worst flaws, and like, they're thousands of years old. They're thousands of years old. Like, Garnet, Ruby, and Sapphire have been like kind of forced together for, well, not forced together, but been together for thousands of years, kind of, because Pink Diamond kind of said, "Oh, so always stay together. You guys are the answer." But after that, like, Ruby writers like kind of revealed Ruby barely knows how to think for herself without Sapphire there. So, yeah. I mean, they did get married, so I mean, they've been together for 6,000 years. I'm pretty sure. I thought they were married or something before that, but I don't know. So they are kind of dependent, hyper dependent on each other. Amethyst is extremely insecure, and she always kind of pushes that down. And Rose Quartz is an empath. You think she'd try something to help her. And Pearl's obsessive. We all know that. I think, like, after a certain point, I feel like maybe that's just always how she acted, but still, I feel like she could have done something to help her, like, loosen the grip. Or, not that's not the right word. Like, I would say stop leading her on, but I don't think she ever did. I don't know. But really, Pink Diamonds and Pearl's relationship has always been weird to me, but obsessive is the perfect word for it. So the Diamonds lose, like, after White Diamond says, "Well, how could you know all these things about her if, you're not her?" And he says, "I'm just connecting with her." And, like, she makes a good point. So, like, is Pink Diamond fully gone? Or I think I have I think I have a theory about what happened. So when Rose Quartz became pretty much Steven, half her essence or whatever went to Steven, and I think the other half went back to White Diamond because she said, when I made you, you're the part of me I always had to suppress." So I'm guessing she's her more emotional part, and she literally made her because their gems are literally flipped. So maybe that's what she meant. I'm not 100% sure, but pretty much the diamonds now learn to be nicer to each other with the power of White Diamond being slightly embarrassed. My god, that was so stupid. I mean, honestly. I was expecting her to be a bit more powerful, but she seems to be slightly more powerful than what Yellow and Blue. But really, that's how they beat her? The power of embarrassment? And my phone's ringing. 1 second. Like I was saying, through the power of embarrassment, that's dumb. But I guess Steven's talk no jutsu is on a different level, so I guess this is pretty much what I expected from the show. I guess Steven pretty much always diffuse conflict through talking and emotions. But even Rebecca Sugar said that Pink Diamond's like can't emote. No, not Pink Diamond. White Diamond's emotions are something Steven couldn't easily reach, but that seemed pretty easy. I mean, yeah, he technically almost did die, but still, I don't know. I guess I had to wrap things up. Next, I want to talk about the crystal gems. And not like amethyst, garnet, and pearl. I mean all the other ones. So when they were pretty much at the end tossing all the corrupted gems into the water that all the diamonds are in, and they were talking and all that, and the gems were turning back to normal, none of the crystal gems really reacted. Like, hey, here are your greatest and worst enemies, the people you spent 1,000 years fighting against, sitting right there. No one's going to question it. No, not even so much as a reaction. The only one who gave a reaction was Jasper, which he now has those little green horns now. And that, so I'm like, okay. And it's like all the gems that are beforehand, like, no one's going to question why the diamonds are there. Okay. No one's going to ask, oh my god, it's the diamonds. Let's fight, guys. Nope, everyone's cool. Or they just didn't animate that sequence or something. Alright, that's fine. I guess, yeah, I was pretty close to the end, spinning things along. And also, what happened to all the crystal gems? Like, did they go back to the Empire to help try to reaffirm the change that the diamonds are now on board with? Are they on Earth helping humans? Never really explained. Not really sure. And speaking of gems, I went back to Homeworld. What about the Homeworld loyalists that were among them? Did they just go back or did they stay? I don't know. And the third thing, my third point, Homeworld itself. Now, yes, the diamonds are going to be nicer to each other, and maybe they're going to change up the system, so maybe the Empire will last a bit longer. They'll adapt and change, and maybe even be better. But there is one thing that they never addressed, and they kind of need to address. Why Homeworld was going planet to planet, tearing it apart, making more gems. Now, most have assumed they're fighting something, or like, yeah, that's a safe assumption, like, hey, we need to build an army, so we're rapidly expanding. And but they never say they're finding anything. Maybe it's just to help with the resource crisis, but surely they can get the resources from asteroids. They have asteroid mines and other planets. I'm sure that there has to be a more, what's called, conservative way of collecting resources other than just destroying planets. And I feel like it's more than just that. The thing is, I'm not 100% sure what happened, and the show never says why they're doing it, so Steven couldn't really fix that. So I don't think they're actually going to stop doing that, because their entire economy or way of life is built around that, so if they're not going to stop doing that, they're just going to, yeah, it's just going to keep happening. So Earth's fine, and the diamonds are now closer than ever, but and Homeworld and the gems are going to be more accepting, I guess, but that doesn't exactly mean they're going to be more accepting towards other organic species. Heck, what if in like 1,000,000,000 years or whatever they come back to Earth and they're like they forget or don't care as much. We never really learn why they do what they do. But I'm pretty sure this is the end of the show, unless they have another season, which would be Anyway, sorry, my voice is kind of groggy. My fourth point, the zoo. So what happened to all the amethysts and rose quartz and humans that are there? I'm guessing that eventually they're gonna have to send them to Earth. At least I hope. Because other than that, like, there's no real point of them being there. And like, I guess the humans in the human zoo, you can't really just drop them in the middle of society. They don't know how to react. At first, I thought they put them on Watermelon Island, but those watermelons are kind of intense in both regards. They were cool to Steven, but Steven was in another watermelon's body, so they may not be cool towards outsiders. Could start some type of war. I guess he could put them in Beach City, but that's like bringing in a dozen people who have no idea how to operate or literally live by themselves. Mm. I'm sure they'll talk about it, or they won't. They can only really be one or the other. And speaking of organic lives that don't get along, in the beginning of the episode, Blue's talking to Pink Diamond saying, listen, you can't just keep doing this stuff. White's really angry, she's gonna take away your pearl. And like she shows this weird worm thing that's on her. And like, yeah. So I'm not sure. Like, so I guess this is why they thought she wanted a human zoo, because this isn't the first time she's tried to collect organic species before. Mm. So I guess that explains that. And Earth, my next point, Earth is, yeah. So what exactly are they gonna do with Earth? No, I mean, no, I shouldn't say that. Like, the people of Beat City. People said, well, we'd have all these, as they call it, townie episodes, so that we can, if something happens to the town, we'd care. I'm like, but nothing happened to the town. The diamonds are all cool. There seems to be no other immediate threat. The government seems just a-okay with this. There doesn't seem to be any other alien force coming towards Earth, and I don't think they're going to set foot on Earth, knowing that all 4 diamonds have been there, so I don't think they're going to try to start a fight with all the diamonds. Because despite their kind of lackluster powers, I guess their powers are pretty cool. But, yeah, I don't know. Despite that, they're probably not going to try to start a war with the entire homeworld fleet. Oh yeah, and what happens to Pink Diamond's court now? Does Steven get them? No, they were dissolved and put into other courts. Does he get them back? No, doesn't matter. What happens to Pink Pearl? That's what I want to know. Does she go with Steven? How does she, like, and as far as her eye goes, I'm pretty sure I subscribe to the Leah C theory, where, like, Pink Diamond gave her an order her mind couldn't comprehend, and that's what caused the crack in her eye. Because when it was called White Diamond gets embarrassed, lamest way to defeat a villain ever. She, like, kind of turns back to normal, but her eye's still damaged. So, I don't know. Maybe they'll explain that, or maybe not. Okay, and before I move on to the last points, I want to talk about the Obsidian Temple, where the crystal gems live. At first I thought maybe the diamonds made it when they first came down to Earth, built that settlement, built that like alongside a bunch of other buildings and such, and the crystal gems took over it. But the fusion of a diamond, a garnet, sapphire, and a pearl make an obsidian gem. And we kind of broke those robots. Broke the robot, like the giant diamond robot, which was, I was kind of sad how weak it was too. But then again, that ship's like probably eons old, so a couple billion years old, so yeah. That's fine, I guess. So did Pink Diamond make it? Or did make it seem like it? Because like the temple's alive itself. It has that crystal heart in it. And like can create rooms as long as the fusion exists. And like it can create rooms so certain fusions can live inside of it. Does that mean other crystal gems are gonna live inside of it? Because they're back to normal? I don't know. Okay, now that I got most of my gripes out of the way. No, yeah, that was all of it. I want to talk about what I liked. And I liked the fusions and the new designs for the characters. I like Amethyst's new design. I like Pearl's new design. I really like Garnet's new design. I like Lapis' new design. I like Paradox's glasses. I don't really like the rest of her design. The rest of her design is okay. And I like the fusions. I like Rainbow Quartz 2.0. That was a really good one. I thought that umbrella was a nice touch. I was like, oh yeah, okay, you can see that. And yeah, I liked Sunstone. I actually laughed at the part where he said, "Kids, don't." He's like, "Don't try this at home." And kids, if you are being bullied, yeah, be sure to talk to an adult. I was like, I actually found myself laughing at that. And that was pretty much it. Other than that, it's I guess they didn't answer the big questions. What's white? Who's White Diamond? And I guess what would happen if Steven got separated from his gem? Apparently, like it'd become pure light and kind of super powerful. I thought the shield in that form was interesting. I actually like that. I thought it was really cool. Not sure how if Steven could do that now, but yeah. So that's pretty much my thoughts on the final. It was okay in some parts, and the rest I could live without. Then again, I suppose, considering how the show has always been, this is probably as good as it's going to get. So, I'm happy. Well, not happy. I'm satisfied with this ending. Or at least as satisfied as I'm going to get with this. Yeah. And for all you really hardcore Steven Universe fans that, well, if anyone ends up finding this video, I'd have a pretty small channel. And if you feel like tearing me a new one, go ahead and do it in the comments. This is probably going to be my last Steven Universe video ever. I'm going to get into more, what's the word? Other topics. But yeah, that's all for this one. For all those who are watching, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Another thing I really did like is Steven finally coming into his own. He finally stopped holding all his mother's baggage and he's finally accepting him for who he is. And I guess that weird pure energy Steven means Pink Diamond's gone forever. Yeah, but I'm really satisfied they finally gave Steven his own. Like, he's his own person now, and he can stop living in his mother's shadow. Also, what happened to that Jade that fused the ball? Did they get executed or bubbled? Because they could have gotten executed like real quick. I'm not sure how long the execution process is, but I don't think it takes that long. And I didn't see her in the bubbled room, so yeah. Well, that's about it. I just forgot to add this on a little earlier, so adding this on at the end. Alright, bye.